Hi everyone, today I'm going to be talking to you guys about new in beauty launches. So let me start with some new stuff from Real Techniques. They've brought out a new collection, so a whole new range of brushes. I'm going to put all the info for all these products in the description box so that anything I say that's wrong, you can go and check the details there. The range is called the Multi-Tech Collection, and I've got quite a few brushes here to show you, so I'm going to quickly skim through them. The Point Triple XL. So this is like a massive brush. They are so soft. All their brushes are synthetic, but seriously soft. And these look really professional with the white and black tips. There's also a new sponge, and you guys know I love the orange like complexion sponge. This one is black and it looks much smaller. It also comes with a little stand, which I think is so clever. I've got a little like ring tray that I put my sponges in, but having a little stand come with the sponge is kind of genius. This one's a little smaller, so you could probably use it for like a cream blusher or bronzer. This is the cheapest product in the range and it's £10. Then there's a couple of individual brushes, the large and extra large, just so you get an idea of pricing. The large one is £16. It's kind of like a mid price point for this new collection, and they're really big fluffy brushes. I really like the handle. Actually, let me take one out for you. So they're really sleek. I love how they kind of taper up at the top. They've got this cool angular bit at the bottom with a little play button. Really soft, and these would be great for like any powder products. And the final thing from that collection is the set, which is the most expensive thing. This set is £30. It includes the small, extra small, double extra small, and triple extra small brush. So these are pretty much all eye brushes. I reckon you can use these two for concealer as well. These two would be great for eyes. Again, very multi-use. You could use them for face or for eyes. These look great. I really can't wait to try them. I think this big one would be so good for buffing out concealer. And it comes with a stand again. I just think that's such a nice like extra detail. But the next product I want to talk about are from Stila, and I know a lot of people have been talking about these, but they are great. So they're by Stila and they're called the Magnificent Metals Glitter and Glow. I've only got two shades here. There is a rose gold shade that I am desperate to try, but here I've got Kitten Karma and Molten Midnight. So these are basically liquid glitter. And I feel like usually with these products, you try them out and it's just like chunky glitter and it gets all over my cheeks and it's so messy and I'm just like, no. But these are genius. There are 8 shades available and they're £23 each, which is pricey, but I think they're worth it because they are great. They come in this really easy little tube. It looks a bit like a lip gloss and it's incredibly glittery, but it's water-based, so it applies so smooth. You can literally spread it over your whole lid. And then I even took a brush and tried to blend it out and there was no fallout, no glitter anywhere. It's just like solid glitter that isn't chunky, doesn't fall anywhere. And this shade in particular is beautiful, this kitten one. It's kind of like a golden peach. This other one I have here is like a black with silver glitter, so it's definitely for the more daring, but very cool for an evening look. I just think if you want to try out glitter, this is probably the easiest way to do it because I find like loose glitter is just impossible and other products I've tried have just been really hard to apply. Next up is a palette from Zoeva. I absolutely love Zoeva Cosmetics. This is their matte eyeshadow palette, and you guys know I love a matte eyeshadow palette. Look at this. Oh my god. It is beautiful. It's £17.50. So it's cheaper than like an Urban Decay palette, but more expensive than a drugstore palette. It kind of sits somewhere in between. And I was really kind of intrigued by this palette. I wouldn't say I love these two shades. This one I would probably use, but everything else I love. Today on my eyes, I am wearing, I can't read any of these shade names. I have really bad eyesight and the font is really hard to read. I'm wearing this one all over the lid with a bit of this one, a bit of this one, and a bit of that one. So I'll insert a clip now of me applying the eyeshadows, and they're such good quality. If anything, they're maybe a little bit too pigmented. I always like to tap off the excess before I apply it because they give such strong colour payoff. And I love how this palette has some really nice orange shades in it. It's definitely a massive trend for like spring, summer. A lot of the eyeshadow palettes I see coming out have these oranges in it. And I think it can be quite scary to wear orange on the eyelid, but orange isn't that different to brown really. It's in the same kind of colour family, and if you know how to apply it, it's quite easy to work with. I like to just put a little bit in, really blend it out, and then put a bit of brown in the crease just to kind of make it look a bit more wearable. And I love that kind of like sunset eyelid eyeshadow look. I think it's so pretty. I really like the eyeshadow that I have on today. I just put a bit of brown eyeliner and lots of mascara, which I will talk about in a minute, but what a gorgeous eyeshadow palette. Okay, let's talk about this launch because I am not a massive fan of this next one. It's by Benefit, and Benefit is such a strange brand to me. There's some products I absolutely love, but I just think the marketing in general and the kind of strategy of the brand is a little bit strange. They always seem to try and like solve a problem, which I guess is a good thing, but sometimes I feel like they're trying to solve a problem that isn't really there. This launch is 2 products and it's part of the They're Real collection, and they've got the Duo Shadow Blender and the Double the Lip. So let's talk about the eyeshadows first. There are 8 shades of these and I think they're £19.50, so they're expensive. They look like this and it's a little duo eyeshadow. I don't really mind the packaging, it's quite easy to throw into your makeup bag. So you open this up and what it is a little eyeshadow duo. There's a mirror in there, which is great, and then an eyeshadow which is split in 2 horizontally. All the eyeshadows are pretty shimmery, if I remember correctly. And it comes with this little foam applicator. So you hold it like that. And the idea is that you swipe it on the product and then apply it on your lid, and it will give you that kind of shaded crease and lighter lid look. It doesn't work. Like, it just doesn't work for me. You end up with this kind of awful stripe and then you have to blend it out. And then the time you spend blending, you might as well have just put on a base shadow and put on a crease shadow. I think it's a little bit like, not offensive, but I think people know how to apply a light color and then a crease color. I don't think this is gonna help anything. And I get what they were trying to get at, but for me, this just doesn't work. Sorry. The next product that kind of launched with that was the They're Real Double the Lip. And this is a lipstick problem solver. And it's a similar idea. There's 2 shades in the lipstick, one darker and one lighter. And when you apply it, it's meant to apply the darker shade around the edge. Again, I just don't really get the point. When you apply this, it's very harsh and it's very kind of like that 90s look of a very dark lip liner. If you blend it out, it looks nice and like ombre, but ombre, you know what I mean? Like darker and then lighter in the middle. And the colors are a bit strange that they picked for the collection as well. I just don't think this sort of product is necessary. I don't think it's needed. I guess it's good that they're trying to do different things, but this launch unfortunately wasn't for me. The Double the Lips also come in 8 shades and they are £16.50. I've got a couple of new launches from Chanel to show you. The first one is a foundation, and I love Chanel foundations. This is the Le Teint Ultra Tenue and I use the shade 20. I'm pretty sure this foundation is meant to appeal to active women. This is kind of the pitch that they're going for. Women who expect their foundation to last from morning to evening but look great on the skin and be skin-like and not be heavy, and it says Ultra Wear Flawless Foundation. It is £37 and it comes in a huge shade range. I can't remember exactly how many, but I'm pretty sure there's a really large collection of shades to pick from. Now, as I said, I love Chanel foundations and I wanted to love this. I love the idea of it. I'll insert the clip now of me applying it, and I've worn this a couple of times before and I haven't really had a strong opinion about it, but actually this time when applying it on camera and seeing it with the studio lights, I could really see how much this kind of clung to my skin. I have dry, dehydrated skin. I mean, normal to dehydrated actually, and at the moment it's quite spotty, so to be fair, it's not the best representation of my skin. But I found that this really clung around my nose and it looked heavy on my skin, and unfortunately, I don't know, I really wanted to like it, but it just felt too heavy and dry, and I don't like to see my foundation. I had to spray on a lot of kind of mist afterwards to make my skin look glowy again. I did apply it with a wet sponge, which should have helped, but I don't know why, this just didn't really work for me. I will try it again when my skin's in a better condition, but for now, I'm not sure of my favourite Chanel foundation. I really like the Vitalumia Aqua. Chanel have also launched their Spring Summer 2017 collection, which is gorgeous. I've got the whole collection in here, and I'm not going to go through like each individual thing because there's loads. So the reason I wanted to talk about this collection is because I think it's really clever and I really like the idea of it. Lucia Pica, I don't know if that's how you pronounce her name. She's like the global creative director of Chanel Beauty now. And I really like the direction she's taking Chanel Beauty in. It's definitely a bit more daring and a bit more exciting, less classic, but still keeping within the whole Chanel theme. This collection is called Color Codes, and it's all about the classic Chanel colors that Coco Chanel herself was really into. Did I say it was called Color Codes or Coco Codes? I'm pretty sure it's called Coco Codes. So the 5 iconic color codes that they picked for this are red, black, gold, white, and beige. And you can see on this little bit of paper that it's like they're using the colors as a code for the whole collection, which I really just like the idea of that. And I like all those colours as well together. So there's lots of different products. There are a few different nail polishes. There's like a Blanc White, a beige, black Metamorphosis, a Rouge Red. The Chanel collection is always really big. So there's a couple of lipsticks and eyeliners. The three standout products are always the palettes. So let me quickly show you those. This is the eyeshadow quad and it's very pretty. So there's two quite similar gold colors actually, a brown and then a really pale gold. The Chanel quads are always really, really pretty. There's also a blusher that I think will do really well called Elegance. It's quite shimmery, but it's a really pretty pinky beige with a bit of gold in it. I think that's really nice actually. I haven't actually used that yet on my cheeks. I've just kind of swatched it on my hand. And then the standout product is definitely gonna be the Blush Harmony. So this is the Cocoa Code, like big standout product from the collection. It's like a blusher quad. It's got this kind of white highlight shade, a tan bronzer, a gold highlight, and quite a reddy pink blush. I don't really know how you're supposed to use this. In the cutaway, which I'm going to insert now, I swished kind of three bottom right colours together and applied it to the high points of my cheeks. And it's really nice, but I find that this pink red colour is really strong, so you kind of have to be careful, otherwise you end up with really red cheeks. But maybe you're supposed to use these individually, but then they're quite small. Either way, it's definitely like a collection piece. It's absolutely gorgeous. If you're really into collecting Chanel makeup, this is definitely one to pick up. And the tones are really nice. You could probably use those two as eyeshadows as well. This next launch I am so excited for because I massively changed my mind about it. The White Company is one of my favourite shops ever for like home decor and candles and lovely, homey, smelly. Sometimes I just go out and hang out in there because it just smells so good. I got sent their new skincare range and I hadn't heard that they were doing a skincare range. So when it arrived, I was a bit judgmental about it. I just hate when brands try and do something that they're not experts in and then they just do it badly. So I was a little bit skeptical at first, but then I pretty quickly realised that the White Company created the skincare range in collaboration with Decium, which is a very well-respected brand within the beauty industry for skincare. It also took them a year to develop these products, so I actually think they worked really hard on it. They've created a small edit of products. They haven't gone crazy with a huge collection. And when I started trying them out, I actually thought, wow, this is really great. So I'm really excited for this. I'm really happy for the brand that they've created this and it's done so well. Well, I think it will do so well. There are 6 products in the range and they range from the price point of £20 to £40, so it's not crazy expensive. Let me quickly go through the products. There is a super serum, which is the most expensive one. I really like this actually. It's a very hydrating serum. It comes in very easy to use, like droppy applicator. There is a night oil. I love using oils in the evening, so I'm really glad they've got that in the collection. Also very nice. I haven't really used any of these a lot yet. I've just tried them. The Eye Revive is an eye serum. I think I remember that being really refreshing under the eye. There is an Advanced Hydration Moisturizer, pretty standard moisturizer. And then the standout product for me is definitely the Super Balm. This is their cleanser. First of all, I love that it comes in a tube like this, so much easier than having it in a tub. It comes out like a creamy gel. And then when you rub it into the skin, it turns into more of like a balm, like an oil. And it's so good. It's so good at taking off your makeup, makes your skin feel really hydrated. I think this is gonna definitely be the best seller from the range. And I would really recommend trying it. Okay, finally, the last one is a new mascara from YSL. I absolutely love YSL mascaras, so I really wanted to try this. It's called The Shock, and it's quite different packaging for them. It literally says like The Shock, and then it's got this pink on the lid and the writing. It's £23 and I think it's a great mascara. It's very similar to the Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Lashes, but I don't think it will come off. Like the Charlotte Tilbury mascaras, if you've got oily lids, they really do go everywhere. And even with me, I sometimes get a bit of mascara here and I have to wipe it and then it stays. But this one is a bit more long lasting, a very similar finish. And it just gives really huge lashes, thick, long, black eyelashes. I'm wearing it now and I really like it and I'm definitely going to continue using this. So those are some of the new beauty launches out at the moment. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing about them, hearing my thoughts. Let me know if you're interested in any of these things and if you think you're going to go check them out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to link my last video here if you would like to watch it and a subscribe button. You can also click the notifications button if you feel like you're missing any of my videos, but hopefully you're not, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.